Hey guys, welcome to Rosie's Dessert Spot. Today we'll be making this fake style cake. It's an engagement cake that I'll be having at the engagement party, just chilling and looking nice on a table but not to cut. This is fondant that I'm using by Bakels and some cornstarch to make sure it doesn't stick to my countertop. Roll it out to about 3 millimeters in thickness and just rotate it on your counter every so often to make sure it's not sticking and ripping on your benchtop. This is a 10-inch cake that I'm using, and I'm going down in increments of 3. So 10-inch base, 7-inch middle, and 4-inch top. I've also placed lots of vegetable shortening all over the styrofoam. That way the fondant has something to stick to. Undo the pleats and gently massage your fondant onto your cake. Once it's reached the bottom on all sides, you can take your fondant smoother and give it a good tap at the base of the cake and kind of press it back and forth to get rid of any bunched sections right at the base. Once you're happy, you can cut off the excess, knead that back to softness and store it in a Ziploc bag or in Glad wrap so it doesn't dry out. I like to use 2 fondant smoothers to smooth out the sides and the top as well. And then I'll stick all of my fake tiers together with some ganache. If you were using real cakes here, you would just dowel them about 7 or so dowels in your base tier and 5 in your middle tier. Once they've all been stuck together, I'm going to place a little bit of buttercream or ganache on the cake board as well. You can do that before you stack them, probably best to do so. And then for the decorations, we're working with ruffles at the very base. So I've taken my fondant, rolled it out to about 3 millimeters or so in thickness again, and then cutting out strips as evenly as I can. Take those strips and then roll them into little rolls of fondant, just to make it a lot easier to apply onto our cake afterwards. Notice there is a line down the side of the cake. Every styrofoam seems to have a back where there's like a little lip. I try to align those all on the same side of my cake so that becomes the back of the cake and you won't be able to see it from the front on any of the tiers. Steam your cake to get rid of any excess cornstarch and to also make the surface really sticky. This is going to help us apply our fondant rolls onto the cake. You can pinch the roll between your fingers to create little waves or kind of raised sections in your ruffle, or you could use a ball tool as well to help you along the way. If your cake stops being sticky, just re-steam it one more time and keep going around. For the paint, I've got some edible gold dust and vodka, mixing that together and then using an eyebrow brush, so basically just a really stiff angled brush, and just painting in the very top. Because we left it 3 or so millimeters in thickness, all you really need to do is paint the very top edge and it'll just look smooth, linear, and really, really neat. For the top watercolor effect, I've taken some gel food color and some of that vodka, a large blush brush, and you can dilute it again with more vodka, just tapping it onto the surface of the fondant, going diagonally, starting at the base of the middle tier and ending at the very top of the top tier. I don't know if you guys can see it there in the background, but there's a pin sticking out of the cake right at the back. That's just a guide to remind me where the back of the cake is, just in case I miss it. Add some ribbons at the base of the 2 tiers and then stick in your flowers. These are fake flowers that I've used and the wires are still attached, so they fit in nice and snug. Add some gold leaf to finish off the look. And your awesome ruffled engagement/wedding style cake is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and design and I hope it was handy for you and you give it a go. If you do, I would love to see your creations. # Rosie's Dessert Spot so I can catch them as well. Feel free to subscribe for more cake decorating tips and tutorials and we'll see you again in the next one.